In a few days, April Hunter will be fighting Klaudia Vigh. Don't know how you pronounce that, so I'll just say Klaudia. Now, April Hunter has had 3 fights, 3 wins. This girl, Klaudia, she's had 30 fights, 3 wins, 27 losses. Now, she's lost to Savannah Marshall, she's lost to Hannah Rankin, but she's also lost to Karina Kopinska. Now, Kopinska, very well known journeywoman boxer. Not great, but competent enough. And she beat her. Now, I've only seen a couple of videos of this girl, Klaudia, and she's dreadful. She's really bad. So, Hunter's going to win this, no question. She might even get a knockout. I think there's a good chance she'll get a knockout. And she hasn't had a knockout yet so far, Hunter. Now, this fight will be at super welterweight. Her previous fights, Hunter's previous fights, were at welterweight, and apparently welterweight is her preferred division. She'd be more or less keeping at welterweight. She took this fight because it's a fight, and it's more experience. But yeah, Hunter is ranked at 29 in the welterweight rankings by BoxRec. So she's well down the rankings. She's had her 3 fights, 3 wins. But her last fight was not... It was the first time I saw her fight, and I wasn't impressed. I'd really been looking forward to watching April Hunter in her last fight, because she hadn't fought for roughly 18 months. And her first 2 fights, they weren't available on video anywhere. So I'd never seen her fight. And I was really looking forward to seeing her fight, her last fight. What was the girl's name? Have I got it written down here? Hemmett. Elsa Hemmett. That was the last girl she fought. And she was a fairly decent fighter. In fact, she might have won. If she had been a bit more consistent, she could have won. And she almost won in the 3rd round. However, that's neither here nor there. But this Hunter, yeah, she wasn't impressive. I've been looking forward to seeing her for a while. She had been, I knew she was a friend of Savannah Marshall and had been practicing with Savannah for over a year. So I was sort of expecting certain things of her. And she's a tall and impressive looking girl, obviously very intelligent, and all of that. So I really was expecting something the last time that she came out, the last time she fought, but she was really quite poor. She got lots of smacks in the face. She was quite stiff, very robotic, and she wasn't good. Now she's only had, as I say, 3 fights, and you cannot rush the judgment on a fighter just after 3 fights. But nevertheless, you get a sense of the potential of a fighter after 3 fights. And with Hunter, she was poor. You know, her last fight, her 3rd fight, she looked poor. She looked awkward. She was a bit robotic, a little bit stiff, and her head was straight up, and she was getting serious head blows. So I was underwhelmed, and looking at the comments on social media, more or less, I think everyone would have had the same opinion. She didn't look good. She didn't look like a natural. So I'm curious as to if she will turn into a decent fighter over the next 2 or 3 fights. But this fight she's having on whenever it is, Saturday night, it's going to be a walkover for her. I think it's basically going to be a waste of time. I don't think she's not going to learn anything from it. Her opponent, this girl Klaudia, really isn't good. And if Hunter is to be taken seriously, then I think she has to stop this girl. She has to knock her out. If she can't knock this girl out, if she can't stop her inside, if she can't stop her by within 2 or 3 rounds, then it doesn't look good for Hunter at all.